Well guys, I really wanted to start this video off at the very start before I get this Missy Moo out, and I've kind of set the camera up as best I can for you to see her. You know, she's a feisty girl, this one, I tell you, and she's been trying to be a boss of me lately. She hasn't moved yet. She knows I'm here and I've opened up a door, but yeah, you know, I keep on doing a video with Tessa for you because, you know, I know so many people do struggle with this, with the odd snake that they have, and they wonder, when is this all going to end? You know, when is my girl or my boy going to actually settle down? And you know, there's no given time frame. You know, some people just get a snake that's more open and willing than others are, and of course then that process is a whole lot quicker for them than it is for, like me at the moment with Tessa. I don't like having to be overly bossy with her, but I still have to let her know that she doesn't get to rule the roost all of the time. Whether Tessa has decided she wishes to be more territorial and that way inclined within her enclosure, more so than once she's out, could be who my Tessa is. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure out which Tessa actually is. So you can see her there. Of course, I will open up this side with her, which kind of lets her know, whoa, she's going. Sorry if I get muffled here because I'm going up the other end. She knows now that I'm probably going to disturb her. And guys, don't think that you're a chicken if you pick up a hook either. It's okay to pick up a hook. I would rather pick up a hook than get bitten, personally, and I'm sure that Tessa feels better about not actually biting and having this hook maintain some element of, you're not going to bite me. At least that's one thing. You're not going to bite me. You can be annoyed at me and defensive right now because you don't want to come out, but you're not going to bite me. So I'll get her moving, as I say, and just let her know that she's going to be coming out, because I want her to come on out. And as you can see, she's like, you're kidding me. Of course, I don't like to poke and prod her too much, but I want her to get out of that little area, because it's impossible for me to get my hand in and get her in that position. Okay, darling, you're right. And generally, once I have her in this kind of a position, she's not too bad. But I just have to feed her out and get her without her hooking onto things too much. And there you go. Hang on, and I'll grab my camera, guys, so you can just see. Sorry, I'm going to be bumping you around here. But that's the way it goes when you're doing one thing's with one hand and holding a snake that can be a little sensitive to me. Just a little sensitive. Nothing too major. But there she is. Out. And now I'm going to plonk you down there where you can see her, and that light isn't too bright for us. I know it's bright for me. If you know me, I don't really like things overly bright in my face, but you get to see these skies a little better than it being in the dark. So I just like to get her moving out of that hammock. I'm not sticking my hand in that, and she's cornered as well, guys. Remember that in that hammock she's up against a wall, and me putting my hand in there is feeling like she can't escape and she can't get away, and eventually she won't want to, but for now that is very much what my Tessa wants to do. I'm trying not to have you on too much of an angle because I feel like I'm looking down. So are you looking up? But you know, she's not mean, you know, and I want people to understand that snakes, you know, I hear people say that they're mean and they're nasty. Well, my snake is mean and nasty. You know, even Tessa, who is so capable of giving me a bite, I don't categorise her as being mean and nasty at all. She's just not mean and nasty. She's just still figuring out whether this is okay or if it isn't okay. You know, do I want to come out? Do I want to be with this lady or not? Do I trust her completely yet? Am I totally safe with this lady yet? But she's learning that she is. With every time I open that door, she is learning that I'm safe, that she doesn't get hurt, that nothing actually happens to her when I do get her out. And the more and more that I do it, the more and more my Tessa is going to get used to it, and that less defensive behaviour towards me will become more and more. And I guess that's what I'm going to keep on addressing, because we do and have people that are bringing home new ones, or getting them that have already developed a sense of defensiveness due to their care from their previous owner. Not all. You know, not all of them come from somewhere where they haven't been well looked after. You know, that's not true. We get snakes that have been very well looked after, but for whatever reason the person has had to give up their baby, and that can be a very distressing time for some people, and circumstances do happen. Remember that not everybody gives up their baby because they just want to or they're sick of it. Circumstances can happen. Can they not, Tess? Hey, and in your circumstance, you were no longer wanted. The person was changing directions, and he considered you to be also somebody that all you wanted to do was eat and eat and eat, which she does. Of course, she's growing. She's still a young girl with a whole lot of growing to do. As my phone rings, excuse me, I will try and I can actually put it on silent, can't I? And I forget to do that. I apologise. My memory gets worse the older I get, to remember to do all these different bits and pieces. I remember to pick my camera up, and sometimes I even forget, well, what was I going to talk about today? A bit worrying, isn't it? But at least I remember my snakes' names. I might get them confused sometimes, but I know who's who and what's what, especially this girl as to what's what. But, you know, like I said, once Tessa is out, she's good. She's a good girl. No complaints. A little bit not so much liking where she's at up there. It's extremely high up, and I don't know if Tessa really likes that so much and feels a little threatened. I'm not really sure, but she sees me go up there to get a water bowl and she's instantly quite defensive through the glass actually, and she has hit the glass once, and I do not want her doing that very often. She can hurt herself and hurt her jaw if she hits that hard enough, and you might say, well, she'll do it a few times and she'll learn, remembering that they don't see that glass. That glass isn't a barrier to them. They don't understand that it's there, and they will bang into it thinking that there's nothing there. Pretty much that is how it is. So I know the long bit is a little bit boring and you're just watching Tessa lay there in a hammock waiting for me until I got her out, but yeah, just understanding that lots of reasons why a snake can be defensive or not defensive. Some are quicker to let go of that than others, and Tessa is just one of those that is taking a bit longer to let go of it. So I'm not going to put her home, of course. I'm just going to let her freely hang with me for a little while, and then I'm going to let her go onto the jungle gym and stretch out, do some climbing and stretch herself and use some of those muscles that she's got, of course. She's just checking out Lily's enclosure right now, and Lily has a full belly. She was fed last night, but Miss Tessa isn't due until Sunday, so I've got a few days where she can come on out and explore, have some time out. She can smell, of course, Lily. Can you not? Hey? And the only reason why I don't let Tessa go up into, well, I have let her go up into the hangout spots is, well, she's a bit like this, you know, I don't want to haggle with her to get her down. It's easy to get her off the jungle gym, but up in the hangout spots are a little bit different with Tessa, with her attitude. So, and she could probably taste a little bit of mice too. I don't think I dropped one there at all, but you're saying hello. You're going to climb on the camera. Hey? There she is. Well, I hope you can see her. I'm not kind of looking at it. Alright guys, you take care of yourself and your family, and of course you take care of your snakes. Ciao.